Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Students, as you know very well, we are discussing about water soluble vitamins, and today the topic of the lecture is the vitamin B12 and the cobalamin. In the last lecture, we discussed the folic acid. Both of the folic acid and the vitamin B12 is called as the hematopoietic vitamin. Vitamin B12. The term vitamin B12 is used as a generic descriptor for the cobalamines, those carotenoids, means cobalt containing compounds possessing the corin ring, having the biological activity of the vitamin. Some carotenoids that are the growth factors for the microorganism not only have no vitamin B12 activity but may also be antimetabolites of the vitamin. Although it is exclusively synthesized by the microorganism, for practical purpose, vitamin B12 is found only in the food of the animal origin, and it is not present in the plant sources. The small amount of the vitamin formed by the bacteria on the surface of the fruits may be adequate to meet the requirements, but preparation of the B12 made by the bacterial fermentation are also available. Now the sources of the vitamin B12. The dietary sources of the vitamin B12 are liver, kidney, meat, chicken and milk. However, they are synthesized only by the microorganism. Animal obtain the vitamin B12 performed from their natural bacterial flora or by eating foods derived from the other animals. However, it is not present in the plants, so the persons who are strictly vegetarian are at the risk of developing vitamin B12 deficiency. RDA approximately 3 microgram vitamin B12 is required daily for the adult person. Structure of the vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, water soluble vitamin, it is chemically the most complex of all the vitamins. Cobalt lies at the center of a corin ring system, consists of the 4 pyrrole rings similar to that of the porphyrins. You know very well about the porphyrins, except that it is more hydrogenated, and 2 of the pyrrole rings are linked directly rather than through the methynyl bridges. Ring A and ring D are directly attached without the methynyl bridge. Cobalt is in the center of the corin ring by the 4 coordination bonds from the nitrogen of the pyrrole groups. The remaining coordination bonds of the cobalt are with the nitrogen of 5,6-dimethyl benzene imidazole and with the cyanide in the commercial preparation of the vitamin in the form of the cyanocobalamin. However, the cobalt atom also possesses the 6 substituent group located above the plane of the corin ring, and these substituted group may be either cyanide, hydroxyl and nitrite. Coenzyme form of the vitamin B12 or the active form of the vitamin B12. It is the 5' deoxyadenosylcobalamin and the methylcobalamin. In case of the 5' deoxyadenosylcobalamin, cyanide is replaced with the 5' deoxyadenosine. It is unusual bond between the cobalt and the carbon. And in case of the methylcobalamin, the cyanide is replaced by the methyl group. These are the active form or the coenzyme form of the vitamin B12 or the cobalamin, that is the 5' deoxyadenosylcobalamin and the methylcobalamin. Absorption, transport, and distribution. It is very important point according to the concerning about the vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 absorption requires the two binding proteins: intrinsic factor, which is secreted by the parietal cells of the stomach, and the second one is the cobalamin, or also called as the R factor of hepatocorrin. In the literature, it was also mentioned in the past, it was called as the transcobalamin 1. The R factor is secreted by the salivary gland. The vitamin B12 is absorbed bound to the intrinsic factor, a small glycoprotein secreted by the parietal cells of the gastric mucosa. Gastric acid and the pepsin release the vitamin from the protein binding in the food and make it available to bind to the cobalamin, a binding protein secreted in the saliva. In the duodenum, cobalamin is hydrolyzed, releasing the vitamin for binding to the intrinsic factor. In case of the pancreatic sufficiency, can therefore be a factor in the development of the vitamin B12 deficiency, resulting in the excretion of the cobalamin bound vitamin B12. Intrinsic factor binds only the active vitamin B12 vitamins and not other carotenoids. Vitamin B12 is absorbed from the distal third of the ileum via the receptors that bind the intrinsic factor vitamin B12 complex, but not free intrinsic factor or free vitamin. Therefore, there is considerable enterohepatic circulation of the vitamin B12 with the excretion in the bile, then reabsorption after binding to the intrinsic factor in the ileum. However, when the cobalamin when the vitamin intrinsic factor complex travels to the ileum, where the vitamin is absorbed by the receptor in the intestinal mucosa, they are the covalent receptors. So the complex then dissociates and liberated the vitamin B12 is converted to the methylcobalamin and released into the bloodstream. The methylcobalamin is the predominant circulating form. It is transported in a bound form with the transcobalamin 2. It is a glycoprotein. The transcobalamin 2 and the B complex enters virtually all cells of the body. The transcobalamin 2 is a plasma transport protein, whereas the transcobalamin 1 and 3 exist in the liver also. Both provide the storage form of the vitamin B12. The water-soluble vitamins cannot be stored, but vitamin B12 is an important exception, for it is stored in the liver. The transcobalamin 1 and 3 provide excellent storage form of the vitamin. Whole liver contains about 2 to 5 milligram of the vitamin, which is sufficient for the requirement of 2 to 3 years. So it is very difficult to occur the deficiency of the vitamin B12. Here is the brief summary of the absorption and transportation and storage of the vitamin B12. Free vitamin B12 then binds to the glycoprotein, R protein, or the hepatocorrin, because the vitamin B12 is present in the protein food, bind with the protein food and is separated by the HCl or the action of the pepsin. By binding to the R protein or the hepatocorrin, the complex moves into the intestine and the B12 is released from the R protein by the pancreatic enzyme and binds another glycoprotein in that is the intrinsic factor, the cobalamin intrinsic factor. complex travels through the intestine and binds to the receptor tubulin on the surface of the mucosal cells in the ileum. The cobalamin is transported into the mucosal cell and subsequently into the general circulation, where it is carried by its binding protein transcobalamin. B12 is taken up and stored in the liver. It is released into the bile and efficiently reabsorbed in the ileum. Coenzyme functions, as there are the two coenzyme forms of the vitamin B12, the 5'-deoxyadenosyl-cobalamin, and the second one is the methylcobalamin. The two important reactions in the body in which the vitamin B12 act as a coenzyme. First one is the formation of the methionine from the homocysteine, and the second one is the formation of the succinyl-CoA from the methylmalonyl-CoA. In the first reaction, the enzyme is the methionine synthase, and here the coenzyme is the methylcobalamin. While in the second case, the enzyme is the methylmalonyl-CoA mutase, and here is the coenzyme form is the 5'-deoxyadenosyl-cobalamin. Here is the conversion of the methylmalonyl-CoA to the succinyl-CoA. Methylmalonyl-CoA is formed as an intermediate in the catabolism of the valine and by the carboxylation of the proponyl-CoA, or the catabolism of the isoleucine, cholesterol, and the rare fatty acid with an odd number of the carbon atoms, or directly from the proponate, a major product of the microbial fermentation into the rumen. And succinyl-CoA is then entered into the citric acid cycle, where the oxidation takes place and the energy is released, and also the succinyl-CoA is involved in the heme biosynthesis. Here's the summary of the reaction in which the methylmalonyl-CoA is converted into the succinyl-CoA, where the enzyme is the methylmalonyl-CoA mutase, and the coenzyme vitamin B12 is the deoxyadenosyl-cobalamin. The activity of the methylmalonyl-CoA mutase is decreased or generally reduced in the deficiency of the vitamin B12. So the branch chain fatty acid accumulates and become incorporated into the cell membrane and also into the central nervous system. When there is a deficiency of the vitamin B12, the activity of the mutase enzyme is also affected, so there is the accumulation of the methylmalonyl-CoA and it is converted into the methylmalonic acid after releasing the CoA, and when there is the accumulation of the methylmalonic acid, so there is the urinary excretion of the methylmalonic acid, and this condition is called as the methylmalonic aciduria. However, the assessing of the vitamin B12 nutritional status is the level of to determine the level of the methylmalonic acid. Because daily excretion is less than 2 mg per day, but in case of the vitamin B12 deficiency, the excretion is greater than 2 mg per day. So you can say methylmalonic aciduria is sensitive index for the vitamin B12 deficiency. Second one reaction, which is also most important reaction, and here the vitamin B12 is also act as a coenzyme, and this reaction we already discussed in the folic acid. Conversion of the homocysteine into the methionine. Conversion of the homocysteine into the methionine takes place with the help of the enzyme methionine synthase. Here the coenzyme form of the vitamin B12 is a methylcobalamin. Here is the basically transfer of the methyl group, which involves in the formation of the methionine, and after transfer of the methyl group, the vitamin B12 is released out as a free B12, and it is again converted into the methyl cobalamin with the help this reaction takes place by the N,5-methyl tetrahydrofolate. So the N,5-methyl tetrahydrofolate is converted into the free tetrahydrofolate. Deficiency of the vitamin B12. They are the different deficiency manifestation of the vitamin B12, either due to the dietary intake insufficiency, or maybe due to the malabsorption, or maybe due to the increased requirement, or in the persons which use only the vegetable diet and not use the meat in their daily requirements. So one of the most important deficiency manifestation of the vitamin B12 is the pernicious anemia. It is a failure of the absorption of the vitamin B12 rather than the dietary deficiency. Failure of the intrinsic factor secretion caused by either autoimmune disease affecting parietal cells or from the production of the anti-intrinsic factor antibodies. Antibodies against intrinsic factor are generated, leading to the deficiency of the intrinsic factor and decrease the absorption of the cobalamin. Patients who had parietal or the total gastrectomy become intrinsic factor deficient. So there is also the deficiency of the vitamin B12, because for the absorption of the vitamin B12 intrinsic factor is necessary, because vitamin B12 intrinsic factor complex binds with the tubulin. In the deficiency of the intrinsic factor, it is not possible to bind the B12 with the tubulin receptors. Patients with the cobalamin deficiency are usually anemic, and they show the neuropsychiatric symptoms as the disease develops. The CNS effects are irreversible. In the pernicious anemia requires lifelong treatment with either high dose oral B12 or intramuscular injection of the cyanocobalamin, and there is also the irreversible degeneration of the spinal cord in case of the pernicious anemia. Megaloblastic anemia. As vitamin B12 is related to the folate, we already discussed about megaloblastic anemia in case of the folic acid deficiency. B12 is related to the folate due to the deficiency of the folate, decreased DNA synthesis, and the cell arrested in the S phase and continue to grow without cell division, so increase the cytoplasm size of the cell and decrease and so the picture of the RBCs are like the macrocytic, no number of the immature RBCs are present in the circulation. Folate trap hypothesis. Folate trap hypothesis, the reaction in which the homocysteine is converted into the methionine with the help of the enzyme methionine synthase. The cobalamin deficiency are most pronounced in the rapidly dividing cells, erythropoietic tissues of the bone marrow, and mucosal cells of intestine. N5 and N10 methylene and tetrahydrofolate and N10 formyl form of the tetrahydrofolate are necessary for the synthesis of the nucleotides required for the DNA replication. However, in case of the vitamin B12 deficiency, the utilization of the N,5-methyl form of tetrahydrofolate in the B12 dependent methylation of homocysteine to methionine is impaired. Methylated form cannot be converted to the other form of the tetrahydrofolate, so the folate is trapped in the N,5-methyl form, which accumulates, and the level of other forms of the methyl tetrahydrofolate decrease. So there is no free tetrahydrofolate or the folic acid, so there is a functional deficiency of the folate take place. The cobalamin deficiency leads to the deficiency of the tetrahydrofolate forms needed in the purine and the thymidine monophosphate synthesis, and this involves the symptoms of the megaloblastic anemia, as there is no free tetrahydrofolate, so there is the no formation of other derivatives of the tetrahydrofolate. So the N 10 formyl tetrahydrofolate and N5 and 10 methylene tetrahydrofolate, which are necessary for the synthesis of the purine and pyrimidine synthesis. So the nucleic acid synthesis decrease, or the formation decrease, especially in bone marrow. The erythrocytes formation, the nuclear size decrease, while increase the size of the cytoplasm, and RBCs become big, called the megaloblast anemia, and the hemoglobin synthesis also decrease in case of the vitamin B12 deficiency. As the nuclear size is less, because of less nucleic acid, because no free tetrahydrofolate is available, because the folate is trapped in case as the and methylene tetrahydrofolate. So it leads to the symptoms of the megaloblastic anemia due to the interruption of the purine and pyrimidine synthesis. Here is the summary of the conversion of the homocysteine to methionine with the help of the enzyme methionine synthase, and in which the methyl tetrahydrofolate is converted into the free tetrahydrofolate form, and the coenzyme form is the methylcobalamin. And also when the deficiency of the vitamin B12 takes place, not only the folate is trapped in the form of the methyl tetrahydrofolate, but also there is increased level of the homocysteine, which leads towards the various cardiovascular diseases. And this was all about the vitamin B12, its coenzyme form, the reaction in which it acts as a coenzyme, and its absorption, transportation, and its storage. Thanks.